What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about my Losi MTXL and its new engine that I have in it, the Zenoah G320. Now, very quickly I'm going to touch, when I first purchased this truck about a year and a half ago, I had no intentions of modifying it. My plan was to keep it 100% stock, and that's what I pretty much did. The only thing I did to this truck was I changed the diff oils right out of the box. I did a million weight in the center, 200,000 in the rear, and 100,000 in the front. The only other modifications I did to the truck, which after I had the truck for about 5 months, is I ended up putting a tuned pipe on it. The pipe that I put on it was a Losi tuned pipe for a 5T, which fits perfectly on the truck, on the MTXL. And the only reason why I went with that particular pipe was because I won it on eBay. I got the pipe, an air filter for a 5T, an air filter for a DBXL, some brand new full force shock covers for a 5T, and some other miscellaneous crap for $50 shipped. The only thing that was wrong with the pipe was right around the header flange. One of the welds had failed, so I just took it to my shop, cleaned it up, re-welded it, repainted it, and it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Gave great performance to the truck, and I was happy with it. But I always had the thing in the back of my head, like, do I put the 320 in this truck? I mean, I love it in my T, and I love it in my Baja 5 SE, so I was like, do I do it? And finally, I was talking to a couple of guys who had G320s in their MTXL. They said nothing but great things about it, so I said, okay. I went and pulled the trigger, and I put a 320 in the MTXL. The only other thing I also did when I bought the 320 was I bought a Victory pipe for the MTXL. As both my 5T and my Baja both run Victories. Victory pipes are my pipes of choice. I know everybody has their choice of pipe. Victory just happens to be mine. The reason why is that when I was racing my 5T, I had great success with the Victory pipe on the track in my 5T and on my Baja. So I've stuck with Victory ever since. Okay, moving forward. So I'm going to pull the cover off. And as you can see, there's just a crap load of dust on this thing. It's not really dirt, it's just a lot of dust. Because, I mean, I've been working this thing in my backyard, and there's just a lot of dust that's been coming. It's been really hot, so here is my MTXL with the G320 in it. Let me give you a close-up so you can see it. Oh, that's my finger. So there's the 320. There's the beautiful Victory pipe. As you can see, that's why you have to run outerwears on your truck. Because look at all that crap that's trying to get pulled in. And you can actually even see it even on the side of the crankcase. It's all trying to get pulled in. So this truck is honestly very, very stock. The only modification I have is the Bartolone clutch carrier or clutch bell carrier. Underneath that, under the cover, I changed this to a 16-tooth pinion from a 15-tooth. I could have gone crazier and gone for something bigger, but I honestly was not looking for a speed demon. I was looking more of a torque monster with just a little bit more top end. The biggest thing that stands out is you can see that my rims are black. I RIT dyed them, and I think it turned out great. The air filter housing is from a Losi 5T from the bind and drive version, and all I did was I actually notched the chassis plate a little bit to allow it to kind of sit down there, because with the G320 the air filter does stick out a little bit more, so that took care of that problem. The Victory pipe, as you can see, is a beautiful piece. It is in raw form. Absolutely love this pipe. It has a tremendous sound, great power. Absolutely love the pipe. Very happy coupled to the engine. As far as the power is amazing. I am running all stock diff cases That's another reason why, as you can see, my boot fell off. I got to push my boot back up and re-grease. But I wanted to have an engine that can move this truck along with a little bit more authority, but at the same time, I didn't want to go something so insane where I had to completely modify my drivetrain. Because to be perfectly honest, I just don't want to go down that road where I just have to start modifying the drivetrain. I didn't want the headache. So far, this thing seems to be holding up. Am I going to have to put aluminum diff cases in? I don't know. I mean, I truly don't know. We'll see how it goes. There's a possibility I might, but all my chassis braces are all stock. I do have a Savox servo. The only reason why I have the Savox is I had it lying around. It's pretty much identical torque specs. Actually, it is identical torque specs to the Losi steering servo. And the gears inside my Losi steering servo are stripped, which is unfortunate because the Savox servo gears will fit in them, and you can buy the Savox steering gears on DDM. They're like $40 for the gears, but the problem is they will not fit under the 5Ts, or sorry, the Losi steering servo cover, because in my 5T, I had a Losi steering servo, and the gears stripped, and I had a blown Savox steering servo lying around that had shorted up because I got it soaking wet. I was able to pull the gears out of it, but I had to change the cover. So I had this brand new servo lying around, which I had purchased for my 5T, but I was able to fix my 5T. So nonetheless, I just put the brand new steering servo in the MTXL to get it going. Other than that, I mean, this truck is complete. I mean, I love this truck. It's been great fun, makes great power, absolute joy to drive. So with that said, what I'll do is I'll just fire this bitch up and you guys can hear it. So just hold tight, let me get the body and stuff back on, and I'll be right with you.